All right, welcome back and welcome to another audio video adventure of Those Millennials podcast. Today I'm your humble, grateful, extremely thankful host, K the Classic. I'm here with my nearest and dearest, my boys and friends in real life. The Fantastic Four are here. Jessie's back. Jessie, how's your pockets? How's your mental health? How's everything going on over there?
Uh, uh, everything's all right. It's all right.
You did all that pondering.
Yeah,
You
it's
said everything
rebuild
was all
month.
right.
Yeah, it's a rebuild month, and still going through it. Still going through it. Well,
Clips
I
is
see you got
back.
the fresh haircut. You got the
Oh,
fresh haircut.
you know,
Looking clean.
I appreciate that, man. Clips is back. Welcome back. How's your pockets? How's your mental health?
What's up, y'all? Pockets about to get a little thin because rent's around the corner and I got my car stuff to pay. But we good over here. Mental is good. It was a good week of training and stuff for my students. Today we did dodgeball training. That's always fun because I let them train and play while they learn how to officiate. Tomorrow's kickball. This will be the first time we've ever run a kickball league at CSUN, so that's gonna be fun.
That's pretty fire. I used to love kickball coming up.
Hey, see,
And
come on back, come play.
come on back to kickball.
You gonna pull a hamstring.
Nah, man, I'm not gonna say it right now. But Rell's back. Still no camera, but Rell's here. Rell, how's your pockets? How's your mental health?
What's going on?
Hey,
Uh,
that's a lot better than the. I like it. Baby steps, baby steps.
No
Baby
more
steps on
energy.
Kev,
that.
how are
No
you?
more energy.
Hey man, that's the vibe he be on most of the time. Welcome back. We appreciate you guys. Don't forget to like,
Well,
favorite, and
Kev,
subscribe.
how are you,
Oh,
brother?
my bad.
He tried to
Man.
ignore it. You hear him? He tried to ignore it too. He
Oh,
did.
my
He tried to
bad.
act like he
Hey,
didn't hear you.
Honestly, um, pockets wise, I'm still up, but it's not looking, it's not up for long. But mental, mental's a little shaky. But after this week, we gonna see what's gonna happen, what's popping, because I'm supposed to make some big moves starting next week. So we'll see. Check back next week. We'll have a different answer, and hopefully it's a positive answer. Or not, I'll just have an awful answer, and then I'll just let you guys know that it's not going great. Anyway, thank you guys for listening. We appreciate you guys. Don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. It helps the pod grow. If you're watching this on YouTube, please don't forget to like, share. If you're feeling generous, tell a friend. Also, subscribe on YouTube. Help the algorithm grow. Algorithm gods, look out for us. I think I already said this is episode 186. If I didn't, a lot happened this week. A lot. I don't think we're gonna be able to get to it all. Honestly, if it was solely up to me, I want to just talk about the Lovers and Friends lineup and rap shit being canceled. But we're gonna get to a whole bunch of other shit, including the shit that I just talked about here. But first and foremost, we're gonna get to Rell's picks because man, we had a pretty good solid divisional round of playoff football, and now we got the Final Four, which is gonna be pretty awesome. I think honestly, whoever wins out of the last Final Four, the NFL wins. It's great storylines, no matter what matchups end up in the Super Bowl, but we'll see. So first and foremost, I'm gonna throw it to Rell. Rell, what's your picks this week?
Um, Divisional week. It's gonna be a crazy week of football. Should be a good week of football. But so for the games I'm going this week, I'm laying the Ravens 3.5. I just think it's time. Even though I don't know if the league really wants Lamar to win. I think it's time. Um, and then I think some
that's
of the
fair.
other.
I tell you what, the culture wants Lamar to win.
Yeah, I mean, not even the coach. I feel like if you're an NFL fan, if you watch the trajectory of Lamar Jackson's career, for him being injured, winning MVP, not winning a two-time MVP, people keep saying that he's not a quote unquote quarterback. Um, I just really want
I think that
for
narrative is
him,
over the head too.
I want him to prove I want him just to climb the mountaintop. So I'm going Lamar Jackson, Ravens 3.5. For the other game, I'm laying the line 7.5.
I was say
Um,
they are they still 7 point underdogs? Not to cut you off, they're still 7 point underdogs right now.
yeah, there's still
Damn.
a 7 point dog, which is a lot
Pretty
of
good.
points.
Damn.
It's a lot of
A lot of
points, but I
points.
feel
It's a
like
lot of points.
it's kind of ratty because I feel like the spread should be like
49ers
9 or
haven't even been looking that good.
They haven't played well either.
Is
so.
Debo playing?
We don't know.
Nobody. He's a game time decision.
Probably gonna be a game time decision.
And at this point, if he does, it's like how what's
How
the
long?
effectiveness?
Exactly.
Yeah.
We don't know if we get a whole game from him.
What's the
You
effectiveness
honestly
level?
play him. You have nothing else to play.
Decoy. By bare minimum decoy.
I mean,
Yeah,
you can't. You can't just do that in football because you'll get your ass smoked out if he's fully a decoy and
just blocking
Brock Purdy.
If he's just blocking,
yeah, but no, you seen Brock Purdy last week. We all seen the exposure. We all seen all the receivers that were in the ground. We are the invisible receivers. I'm like, wait a minute, there's a receiver in the ground. So you need Debo at least 60-70% in order to like really. I don't know. I just feel like like him being anything other than 100 is going to affect him.
They about to put some medicine in that shoulder, bro.
All right,
He's gonna get the shot. He's gonna be there.
Yeah. So honestly, I don't quite remember whose Super Bowl picks are still alive because I know we all picked. I know Jesse's aren't because he picked the Cowboys, so I know Jesse's picks isn't alive.
My picks aren't.
I know I'm still alive because I picked the Chiefs in 9. Oh yeah, I picked Chiefs in 9, so mine's still alive. You picked the Cowboys. You picked Green Bay, so you're not alive, right?
Nope.
Clips, you're not alive.
And I picked the Bills.
And I laid this ticket with Vegas. I had a Niners and Ravens ticket.
Oh, okay. Was that what you picked on the pod? I don't remember if that's the one you picked on the pod though.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he did. Yeah.
I don't remember. All right, so let's set this in stone. Like I said, I don't think there's a bad matchup here. Whoever wins, there's a great storyline for the NFL to tell all the way up until the Super Bowl.
I don't want the Niners to win.
I know nobody seems like they want the Niners to win. But it's a great story. Jesse, who do you think is going to the Super Bowl? Your answer. Who do you think is going to the Super Bowl?
Who do I think or who do I want?
Who do you think is going
That's
to the Super
fair.
Bowl?
All right, well, I'll still give you who I want. Who I want is Detroit and Baltimore.
You want niggas.
Who do I?
You want the nigga Super Bowl. Respect.
Yo.
You'll be turned up.
Respect.
You know what I'm saying?
You want niggas in
I
D-Town
just like
out
what
here
they
in
do.
Vegas.
I like what they
Yeah,
do.
we want to see real swag surfing, not pop surfing.
We want that real shit. I mean, I just like what they're doing in Detroit, man. Dan Campbell turned that thing around. People were making fun of him, biting kneecaps and all that, but the team believed. Black GM. And it's good for this. Like, not to say the city of Detroit needed it. It's good for the city of Detroit to have something like it. I'm a Buffalo Bills fan. Like, I know what being a loser is like.
I don't want to bring that up. I don't want to bring up kickers or wide left because you my man.
Let me say this real quick. First off, the swag surfing and all black parties, we done with that, y'all. So we not doing the swag.
Why we not?
Because they got it. So
no, they don't. They clearly did it wrong.
They don't even know how to do it properly.
They TikToked it. They TikToked it.
We got so much other shit. Cupid Shuffle need to be more spun anyway.
They took that too.
25 years old, and he's talking about Cupid Shuffle.
They took that too.
Second off, I don't think it would have mattered if the kicker would have made that kick or not. It wouldn't have mattered.
I mean, we can talk about that in a second.
Like, man, why?
We can talk about that in a second.
No, I'm not even talking shit because I'm just saying.
No, he's not. I wholeheartedly agree. There was still plenty of time on the clock. Yeah, there was still plenty of time on the clock. They were moving through. They were cutting through us like butter. It didn't really matter.
The dragon. You know what I mean? You needed a touchdown.
You got to beat him. You got to beat him.
You need to get the touchdown to beat Mahomes. So that
not getting a touchdown when they fumbled at the one was like heartbreak though. That
was crazy.
I don't understand. This is my only issue with the whole game is with what they did, what McDermott did on that fake punt for narrative. Like, because there was no other
trying to make DeMar Hamlin the hero. What you mean?
Yeah. There's no reason. There's no reason why he should have been out there. There's no
No.
fucking reason why he should have been out there, but they did
Well,
it.
it's
I
I'm
understand.
kidding. That was a joke.
Like he's a part of the punt team. Like I'm not gonna sit there and say there's no reason
I'm
he
not,
should be out there.
I'm not running the fake
It would
punt
have
in the
been a
game.
good
in the
story though.
tournament.
No, I would no.
That would have been a good
Here's
story.
what I would say. I don't care if they saw a mismatch, they saw something. I ain't tripping about that. If you're gonna go for it on 4th and 5, put the ball in Josh Allen's hands.
That's
That's it.
my point.
Like I don't care. I know what they were saying.
That's fair.
It was the right move and all that. Fuck all that. You want to go for it on 4th and 5? You put the ball in Josh Allen's hands. That's it. You don't do a trick play. We never ran I don't think we ran a trick punt in all of Sean McDermott's whole tenure as the head coach. So to do it then and think that you're gonna do something, it didn't matter if it's DeMar Hamlin, it didn't matter if it was somebody else. You just don't run something you haven't ran for 4 or 5 seasons. That being said,
that makes sense.
But we can get back to Super Bowl talk. Truthfully, it's the 49ers of Baltimore is what what I think is going to happen. 49ers Baltimore.
Okay. Clips, who do you think is going to the Super Bowl?
Fuck, this is disgusting.
Or
look,
who do you want to
man,
go to Super Bowl? Pick whichever one.
Who do I want? I think I want to echo a lot of what Rell said just about the Ravens for sure. I would love to see Lamar at least go to the Super Bowl after everything, just going. I'm not even saying win.
Trying to get paid and then eventually getting paid. Yeah.
And just everybody. He's
First
running
year
that
after
quarterback.
getting paid.
Let's not forget the Falcons said
Falcons said,
cool.
nah.
We got rid of.
We got 5. The Falcons said we got 5. We good.
We cool. We got rid of. That's crazy.
Go ahead, Clips. Go ahead, Clips.
Nah, that's facts. No, I just want to see him do it just because, what that would do for all the black kids who look like him. You know what I'm saying? That'd be big. I think we definitely need that for all the black quarterbacks out there who are 100% black. No disrespect, Patty, but I think that'd be dope to see him just get up in that thing. Then again, the Lions are playing with house money, so they're not even supposed to win the game. So I think
real Cinderella story.
And so I think that in a real situation that the Ravens are going to show up on both sides of the ball to get there, and that the Niners have an advantage with their defense right now. So that's what I'm looking at.
Rell, you're just going for your pick, right?
I don't care.
Going for your money.
But I will say this to what Clip said is that I think there is something to that where I just feel like that a lot of Jalen Hurts and Lamar Jackson, as much as they're flawed in certain aspects, teams now will look at a quarterback like that they wouldn't years ago. And when there's a lot of quarterbacks like that we've seen come through college ranks, Vince Young was probably born in the wrong time and era.
But he really couldn't throw.
But I'm just saying, I'm just saying, like the RPO action, athletic quarterback,
all that, yes.
Using your legs, the Ravens committed to the process of whatever to the prayer Lamar Jackson. Yeah. So instead of
hold on, not to cut you off. I will say this: they committed to the process. But Lamar was in a pro-style offense in college. A lot of people try to dismiss that he was in a pro-style offense.
It's still spread because it's Louisville, so it was still spread. But they run the spread in the field. My only thing is to say that they believed in the process. Same shit with how I feel about Justin Fields. Like I don't like somebody's gonna get a good quarterback this offseason. I think the Bears should trade him. But I think if they get somebody, you can see more quarterbacks doing this in an unconventional way and being successful.
All right.
I think the Ravens were able to also accomplish with Lamar what teams were trying to accomplish with Cam and with RG3.
Cam went to a bowl and got MVP.
I think the thing about Cam is injuries caught up to him. Like that's the one worry
He
about
accomplished.
Josh.
He accomplished damn near everything. Only thing he didn't do was
No,
win the
I'm
ball. That's what I'm
saying
saying.
no. What I'm saying is his career just didn't. He should still be playing till today. He should still be in the league. You know what I mean? But it's just injuries have
That's the NFL. They bugging because they pulled Joe Flacco out of Uber driving. So Cam is still available.
True, he is, but he even said it himself. His shoulder's done. Like he can't. He really can't throw. That shoulder's
Watch
done.
that Patriot year. It wasn't great.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. It's injuries. It's not that he doesn't have it's literally just that shoulder injury has debilitated his career. But what I would say is like, yeah, like I mean, we all looking at look. He got the contract, and to be on the first year of the contract,
took him to the bowl, and most likely
after one
game away from taking him to the bowl.
Yeah, a whole season of an entire season of nobody wanted him. We know about the Falcons being the first to say we good. I think the Titans even said something like, and obviously, so that's why it's like the story is better. For me personally, that's how I feel about it. But ultimately, I think when it just comes down to game dynamics right now, the Baltimore Ravens defense is healthy. They can do a little more tricky things. They have skill players at all three levels, so it's going to slow down. Kelsey is not what he once was before, and I think they can give these receivers a hard time. So it's just it's just one of those things. It's going to be hard. You got to beat him. Like he's going to have to beat him. Like that's the one thing where it's like the Bills, and I guess this is the time to talk about my Bills. A strong season to bounce back the way they bounced back. They should have been better off, but so you're losing close games. We changed our OC. One thing I would say personally about the game, if you're gonna say Josh Allen's the guy,
let him play like the guy.
There was just too much throwing behind the line of scrimmage. There was too much check downs, too much. I know guys weren't getting open as much, but we needed to test their defense. We just truly needed to test their defense, and they got used to what we were doing. So once they adjusted, we should have adjusted, and it took too long to adjust. Big time drops. But things happen like that. Missed field goal. We should never got put in that position to miss a field goal. What I mean? So everything we could say about that game. That's why I'm truly not mad about that game. Does it suck? Yes, I did feel like that was another one of those great games. But right now, it does feel like we're the New York Knicks. It feels like we're the Indiana Pacers, and we in Jordan's era. We just in Jordan's era. You know what I mean?
Speaking of Jordan's era, I heard everything y'all said about the Ravens, about Detroit, but I'm rolling with Patty, and like I said from the jump, you got to beat that man. His receivers aren't great; they not showing up. Travis Kelce owed and washed. He shows up for 2 quarters and then literally disappears in the second half. He gives you what you need and then he disappears. His brother going crazy on the sideline with a shirt off in the press box.
I'm sick of that because we do what they call us niggas.
I'm not even tripping. I'm not going to even trip over it.
Patty.
I am.
You gotta beat Patty, and that's why. And honestly, I like a good rematch. So like, part of me is like, I want to see Patty versus Niners again in the rematch, and mostly because I want to see Patty again in the Super Bowl, and I want to. I got my brother is a Niners fan. Shout out to Ella. My brother's a Niners fan. I got Niners fans, people in my life. So it's like I kind of want to see y'all lose again in the Super Bowl. So.
How did you get on the Colts train if everybody was Niners?
Hey, Manny.
Madden 1998.
All right.
I tell people all the time.
I will also say this. I don't truly it is a little excessive with the Taylor talk. I don't really it don't bother me much, right? I do not want to see Taylor Swift dancing to Usher. I don't want to see it. I don't want to.
It's already too late. It's already too late. It's inevitable. It's inevitable.
They're gonna steal Usher's shine by showing Taylor Swift dancing to Usher or singing Usher songs.
Doing her little white girl dance.
I just don't want it. I don't want it for Usher. Like it's like this is his moment, and they gonna try to steal it by showing shots of Taylor Swift for no reason. And
what if Usher ploys if they get in there? What if Usher has her come on stage and do a song? Imagine.
Usher, don't do that to us either.
Today was
don't
a fairy
do that
tale.
to us either.
Anyway, all right. So we're done. We did our picks. Jesse, now it's your time to do. Jesse saw a movie.
Yes.
Do one.
Saw
You don't have
movies.
to do both. You don't have to do both this week. Just knock on one.
Okay, fine. I'll go with the most recent movie I saw. I saw Iron Claw Tuesday. It's a good movie. It's a good movie. It's a strong story.
Who stars in Iron Claw?
Zac Efron.
Oh,
Troy Bolton.
That's the crazy one. Okay, yeah.
Yes.
If you know the story, I mean, if it's based off a true story.
Yeah, I know.
It is.
I didn't watch the movie, but I heard about the story, and I was like, I'm good. Continue though.
No, I would highly suggest people to go to the series Dark Side of the Ring, which is an amazing series about wrestling and just all that stuff.
That shit. Oh my god.
Yeah. But the Von Erichs are a wrestling royalty that we don't know about. So I think people should. It also gives you an insight of what wrestling was like before, WWE, before WCW, where it began, where the roots is. Like this is, Ric Flair built who he is in NWA and going to these territories and doing all this. We got the tail end of Ric Flair. We didn't get Ric Flair that most people talk about. But I mean, he's still that till today. But I would say this story is it's a tragic story about a family that lost a lot with the brothers and everything. And I didn't walk away feeling the tragedy or feeling as sad, but I do think they did a great job with the movie. I do think that it's a story that people should know. Zac Efron is okay. I think the choice they made with him, I don't 100% agree with it, but it didn't slow the story down. But I will say, I will suggest that if you want a little more of the Von Erich story and just like how they got to where they are and the whole thing with the whole family, I would say go watch the Dark Side of the Ring episode or just read up on them. That being said, performances was great. Acting is great. It's an A24 movie, so you know that it's going to be strong in those aspects. I do think that there are some aspects that hindered them to. I do wish that they did a more building up of the other brothers, even though they do end up, tragically reaching their end. But I do think they build up those characters would have made it stronger, built the relationship, and showed that a little more and a little more in depth with certain brothers. And that's just me who knows the story and watched Dark Side of the Ring and knows there's certain aspects of things that happened that I think they could have used to build the more story and just like how it got to its points and all those things. But it is a good story. If you go in there and you don't know what's going on, you're gonna go out feeling like, damn, it sucks. But it's not all sad. And for the wrestling fans, you can enjoy it in the sense of just like watching how a small territory built its name and got to a certain point, and this is before the big WWE, WCW era, basically what we grew up watching and, me and Rell still watch. Clips I know you check it out from time to time, but,
yes.
So I think it is overall a 7 out of 10.
Nice.
Is the WWE at all behind the movie? Because I haven't seen it. Are they like consultants or anything?
No.
No, they're not. Ric Flair was a consultant on there. I think he could have consulted some more on the person that played him. It was not good. It was like, damn, like you had one job. Be Ric Flair. You had one job. but I would just say, I know wrestlers consulted on it. MJF, I think his name is Rell from
Yeah,
AEW. He's
Max
in the
Freeman.
movie. He's a top heel in AEW. So he's really good. So I know they consulted with wrestlers. I'm pretty sure they probably, but WWE is not a true backing of the movie or anything. They
Oh,
do.
they had a few guys in there. Chavo played the Sheik. That's interesting.
Chavo played Sheik, yeah. So they did have they had a lot of people that consulted former WWE wrestlers and stuff. So and just input on things. But yeah, WWE doesn't have. I don't think they would allow a movie like this to come out. Yeah,
Well, that's
WWE
good
doesn't try to do
because the last type of projects that they have done where they've
that.
put their wrestlers in the movies to be have not gone well. So I think that something like this they need to stay away from. That's why I was asking because I didn't know.
Yes, yeah, I agree.
Speak for
Especially
you.
because it'd be kind of taboo,
Speak for
right?
yourself because I like the Marine too.
Okay, he's like,
It took John Cena, 15 years after that to actually get his acting career going?
boy, that hot garbage.
Mm,
I mean, if we're gonna
But
take it there, we're gonna talk about The Rock later in the show, but like, let's not act like The Rock did an awesome job in Scorpion King his first time. He literally probably had like four
Hey, but
lines,
that had
none of
nothing to do
them
with
in
WWE
English.
Entertainment.
None of them in
mhm.
English. But anyway,
Wasn't
uh,
the nigga the actual Scorpion at one point?
yes, see, they CGI'd him on his face on the Scorpion. Yes, the very end of the movie. Yes, Brendan Fraser had to kill him. It was great.
I paid
Anyway,
money for that.
that movie was great. I still stand by the fucking Mummy franchise, even the third one that nobody remembers with Jet Li. Anyway,
That one
um,
wasn't bad either. It
that
wasn't
was
It
bad.
wasn't
what
terrible.
people. It's forgettable.
It was
Nobody remembers
bad.
that story though. It's forgettable. They changed the lead lady. It's a forgettable. It's forgettable. Anyway, not
Happens.
list. Sorry. Well, I wanted to ask y'all
Well,
a question before the not list, but I don't know how long. So there's this. Normally I don't do this, but I'm gonna do this before I hit to the not list, and this maybe we can do this fast because I want to get a point across. So there's this meme that's been going on Twitter for the last couple of days of they do this all the time with artists where they do the one has to go in their entire catalog, right? So this is for a particular artist, right? Clips, you seen this one?
there's been a bunch floating around,
There's
but
so
I'm
many. Yeah,
curious to
there's
know
so
which one you're
many.
about to pick.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
So this was
D'Angelo Russell playing above.
look.
He's playing
Somebody doesn't
well,
want to get traded. He's
mm.
killing. Anyway,
or he's playing inferior talent.
by the way, the DeJounte Murray did this like really, really, really cryptic. Like you have to pay attention to the post to the like he's like like get the trade done. Like he did a selfie, and the name of the song was called "Get It Done." Yeah, like you literally had to pay attention. It's like one of those. Anyway, so this post is one of these four gentlemen, and their entire catalog has to go. So the four gentlemen, one of the four gentlemen are Usher, Chris
Mm.
Brown, Prince, and Michael Jackson.
Chris
Now,
Brown.
I know this is hard, and I know this is easy for Jessie.
That's an easy one.
I haven't seen this one.
I haven't seen that one either, but that was easy for me.
This is devastating. Who made this?
Yeah.
Whoever made this, they need to just slap yourself.
That's a terrible.
heck?
That's a terrible one. That's a terrible one.
It's a fucked up one, bro.
It started a whirlwind on Twitter. The thread is I don't know how long. But I just wanted to get you guys' opinion. We don't got to make this drag this out and make this long. So, Clips, if you have an answer, because I understand how this can be hard for people. It's not really particularly hard to me. It wasn't hard for Jessie right now, but I know Jessie got a thing against light-skinned artists.
No, see, that's what you trying to make it
Chris
as.
Brown,
see, you just know I don't listen to Chris Brown like that. I don't listen to Chris Brown like that.
Anyway,
so, but I ain't denied him. That first album is still a classic. I mean, he has others, but that first album is still a classic. So to be losing that.
You have an answer. If you don't, then it's cool. If you don't, I understand. This is tough. This is one of the toughest ones I've ever seen.
Dog, that's fucking nuts.
Their entire catalog. Gone.
Damn.
Erased from existence.
Fuck.
Rell, while Clips is thinking, do you is this easy for you or is this hard for you as well?
Yeah, it'll be Chris Brown.
For you? Okay.
Mm.
He said who?
He said it's Chris Brown for him.
Chris Brown. Fuck.
He's the smallest of all the three artists.
Damn, this is nasty work, bro. Damn. That's tough. And this is okay. It's just music, nothing else. I guess if I'm gonna say, because I'm only thinking just music, the hard part about this is I look at beginning and end, right? So the beginning shit that they've done to the end of the shit that they've done. And if we're looking at someone who's kind of had a dip in where they're at now, fuck, this one's tough. It might, everybody gonna hate me on this one. I'm sorry, listeners, but you might be mad just based off of my choice, but it's probably for me, and I'm looking at the work.
Yo, you built it up to suspense really high, Clips.
He does it up. I know what he's
the hell
up
It's
you
gonna
doing
be
right now, dog?
it's unfortunately gonna be Usher.
I knew it. I knew it. Look, I'll say this.
That's cool.
Here's what I would say. This is why it's an impossible list, because Michael Jackson and Prince should not even be in the same conversation as those two, because
No,
those two.
that's why it's hard.
And you could arguably say Chris Brown could have the career Usher had. You know what I'm saying? Like all the music that there wasn't like. So this is the thing where it's like those two can be interchangeable. That's why it's like.
No,
I don't think Chris Brown has an album. I don't think Chris Brown has an album that comes up to Confessions.
No, I'm not talking about just album. I'm talking about just music wise. They can make the same songs. They can make the same. They're great dancers. They can do. I'm just talking about just like I'm not talking. I'm saying just in the sense of how their career. I'm not talking about how their careers went. I'm talking about just in the sense of the music they make. How they it's one of those things where it's like we're talking about two icons that changed the game, and then we're talking about two people that were spawned off these icons. So it's like it's one of these things where it's like that's why they shouldn't be in the same conversation. But for me, now it becomes who do you like more, and who is your favorite between Usher and Chris Brown? And mine is I'm an Usher guy, and you're a Chris Brown guy. So it's not really that hurt to me. It's not that hurtful to say.
It hurt me. I'm sorry.
So we can move on to the not list.
Wait, what'd you do? What you see? You don't need to ask me the question.
Oh yeah, you weaseled your way out of this. Come on, Mr. R&B. Come on, Mr. R&B.
So for me, it's Prince, and it's not even that hard to me. And I think I've talked about this on the pod. Music. So how music? Let me tell you my piece.
Well, everybody's not gonna hate me now.
So who puts you on music? Who puts you on to music? Your parents, right? Your family, your parents, your surroundings, your family, your parents, and put you on.
You better go listen to Prince, bro. You better go
I love
listen
Prince
to
now.
Prince.
Hey, let him get his shit off.
Love Prince now. Prince is great. But for me, my house was Stevie Wonder, MJ, Commodores, Earth, Wind, and Fire. Prince was not played in my house at all. I didn't start getting into Prince until later in life. So if you want to blame moms, blame Bob Marley.
Whoa.
Bob Marley.
No, you don't go throw moms under the bus. Look at you. Look at you.
For me, this was
that's wild.
But and again,
Prince
when you guys
is one
get
of
the
a
chance,
kind.
when you guys get the chance, I'm not the only one that feels the same way. It's a lot of like.
No, I agree, but I think people just don't know how
one of
Chris
Brown. It's a lot of get Chris
is.
Brown out of here because of shit. But it's a lot of get Prince the fuck up out of here. So I'm just when you guys get time, go check it out. Go check out the thread. It's on Twitter.
Prince is so one of a kind that it's like I can't even I can't get rid of him because he's just that one of a kind.
Yeah,
like that man is. To say talented is an understatement.
Prince's impact, and understands that he is needed for a whole bunch of stuff. He's so talented. He plays however many fucking instruments. He's a fucking genius, right? So, Yeah. Anyway,
Cat Williams should play him in a biopic.
that'd be crazy. Not tall enough. I don't think. Oh, and
They were
he
both
would.
little. What are you talking about?
And he wouldn't
I
do
was
it
like,
because,
what do you mean?
And he wouldn't do it because he wouldn't wear a dress. Anyway.
But there'd be women around him. He would be okay.
He wouldn't do a dress. All right. So not list, robust not list. We're gonna try to get through this as fast as possible.
Yo, I can't let that go. Prince's Super Bowl performance.
That's.
Oh
I
my
mean,
God,
that hurt. I mean,
Kev,
it hurts.
Rained.
It's all right.
It
It's all right.
actually rained.
Yes, it hurts. I'm not saying
We
this,
watched that
we all
together.
that this was an
we watched that
impossible.
at Rell's house together.
We all agreed. So if we were to take out Prince and add Stevie Wonder, I would take out. Then I would probably, it would hurt. I'll probably take out Chris Brown. But that's how I feel. But anyway,
He's an oldies guy.
all right. So not list. Number one on the not list. So I'm gonna keep up my theme of saying the numbers of viewership for the NFL playoffs. So I did last week's for the first round and now for the divisional. So number one on the not list is the NFL divisional games viewership polls. So obviously, if you guys want to guess which one got the most views. Come on, we know. Bills Chiefs.
Chiefs, duh. That was the bigger game.
Yeah, Taylor Power. I'm kidding.
Oh no, it was not Taylor Power.
It was.
I mean, Taylor Power added to it, but yeah.
But no.
First off,
Josh
it's because
Allen-
Jason was at the
Josh
game.
Allen
It's
and
Jason
Pat-
Power.
Josh Allen and Pat Mahomes is literally diet Manning Brady. It's real. Diet. Yes, it's diet. It's diet. It's diet Manning Brady. It's diet.
Yeah,
Don't
it is
do that.
diet.
It's Shasta. It's Shasta.
Can I ask a question? Wait, no. Why is it diet?
Because Josh Allen
Pat
does
Mahomes
never
has
won
the
the
Super Bowls
yeah.
and the MVPs, and Josh
What
Allen.
do you mean?
has
Why is it diet? I think Joe Burrow is more of a Brady Manning than Josh Allen is.
Yeah.
No,
Joey
Jesse,
Coops, the
you
man.
don't have to make this argument.
Are you saying
it's
the
diet.
player?
It's cool.
No,
I'm asking why is it diet? Because I'm telling you right now, they have 3 games. 2 of those games are classic
They're
games.
Yeah, but it's
Most
they're
of them-
one-sided. But
most
they're
of Peyton-
one-sided.
No, most of Manning Brady are not classic games. What are we talking about here? Name a classic game. What game do you remember?
Just the one the Colts
Thank
won was a
you.
classic game because the other one
What?
Brady beat Manning's ass. And
And
if we're counting the Broncos one, that was a classic game too. But
The
I feel
Von
you.
Miller game.
I just I mean,
They-
they're my point in saying diet Jessie is that they're trying to make this matchup to that, and it's not that yet.
All right.
I mean,
if
he won this week, it would literally be that. It literally be 2-1. It would literally be that.
But I
That's what
think
I'm
I'm
trying to
just
tell
saying. I just think Joe Burrow is more of that to me than Josh Allen.
Stop taking diet as bad. It's cool. So everybody likes a little
I'm
diet.
just
Shasta.
confused
It's
by
cool.
the word diet. I'm just confused by the word diet because I'm trying to figure
diet
out.
is actually than the regular
It's still good.
soda.
It's still drinkable. It just has less sugar, less carbs. It's good.
No, it's
I mean,
actually
there's
worse
only-
for you. I mean,
Go ahead.
I would say though, because what do you call him? JA.
Josh.
He
Josh.
falls in and out of being a top 5 quarterback. So it's hard. Like Brady and Manning were literally the best quarterbacks. Like that's why this shit lined up that way.
But
Joe
I get what
Burrow.
you're saying. But hold on. Hold on.
Jesse, I love how you got your cape on right now. This is I
No,
fuck
I'm
with
not
this.
because there's literally arguments against that. You could say Peyton Manning was up until then, and this is not even just him and Brady. He was not a great playoff player. He was not a great playoff quarterback. Josh Allen is. Josh Allen literally elevates. So when you're sitting there saying the reason why it is classic games is because Josh Allen actually elevates, while Peyton Manning actually doesn't. And you can look at all his Super Bowl wins. He didn't really have great games. It was literally a defense carried him. So,
Hey, man.
Brady's had some of those
I want to
too.
fight with you, Jesse. It's cool.
I'm saying there's argument against all of what y'all saying. Like, just I get what you're saying, but there's an argument against it. Like that's
Okay,
what
how
I'm
about
saying.
this? I'll rephrase. This generation's Peyton Tom. How about that? Is that better? Does that fill the shoes? Bigger shoes though back then though. Bigger shoes. Much bigger. I mean size 27 shoes.
You act like you not wearing a cape right now for your own goddamn team.
I'm just
I'm like, I'm wearing the cape. You wearing the goddamn cape yourself.
I'm not caping. I'm chilling.
Okay.
So the numbers for the divisional round, 50.4 million viewership on the Chiefs Bills game, 35.8 for the Lions Buccaneers game, 37.5 for the 49ers Packers game. It was the highest game, divisional game out of the three, and then 31.8 for the Ravens and Texans game. So it's gonna be interesting to see what the Ravens, because the Ravens and the Chiefs bring in for next week. But I'll have those numbers for next week.
Well, 49ers Lions is gonna beat it. 49ers Lions is gonna beat it. Oh yes. 49ers Lions.
You might be right. I think they're gonna be close. Because I just think it's to the point where people are just gonna watch. It's only 2 games. It's not like watching 4 games is a commitment for 2 days.
But it's based off of the excitement of one.
Yeah. That's a commitment. So,
because I think more people are tuning in just because everybody is on the edge of their seats on, will the Lions do it?
Right.
And how many 49er fans are there? The 49er fans they're global.
That part.
Maybe something like that. But it seems like the nation is more NFC friendly than they are AFC friendly.
All right,
true.
So
I actually agree with that. I actually do agree with that.
Number 2 on the not list. I mean, I'm not gonna make this a big thing, but I mean, it's a big thing to me. It was reported earlier this week that they will not be doing season 3 of Rap Shit. I'm not gonna lie, this hurts. This kind of feels like how they didn't finish the Wayans brothers to me. They never gave the Wayans brother a final episode. It feels like, what else? It feels. I know not
Homeboys in Outer Space.
I know a lot of you guys didn't watch it, so for those who don't know,
it's more Homeboys in Outer Space than
Rap
the
shit. No, it's not like Homeboys in Outer Space. Farthest thing from Homeboys in Outer Space. It's like the Wonder Years. It's like the Wonder Years not finishing their season.
See what you're doing? That's what I said. You talking about shows that had seasons.
No, they had 2 seasons. They had 2 seasons.
They had syndication. You talking about shows with syndication. Rap shit is not going to be syndicated.
Whatever, man.
Like
that. Like Lovecraft Country ending. This
okay.
Hurts. This hurts.
All
this
right.
hurts. Again, for those who don't know, Rap Shit was a show on Max. It was created by Issa Rae. It was following these two women, the girl group rap that became a rap group, and we never got to see them hit it big. The writing was phenomenal. The acting was phenomenal. I think a lot of the stars from this show we're gonna see carry over into other roles because some of them are very, 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 very talented. I will continue to post clips of that show as long as I have an Instagram because I feel like they had a lot of episodes that was phenomenal that would probably be go underrated, and it just sucks, man. It sucks. It sucks. I blame the writing and the actor strike because they weren't able to promote the show properly. Nobody knew the show was going on at the time. The actors wasn't able to promote the show while the show was going on, and then I think episode 3 was when the shit ended for the actors when they was able to promote shit. So it was up against it. It sucks. And yeah, it'll be missed. Number 3 on the not list. This is what I want to I just want to talk about this for like the whole episode. So y'all know, you know what I'm about to talk about, right?
Good.
The greatest lineup in history. So Lovers and Friends is coming back to Las Vegas. With arguably, I don't even know if it's arguably the greatest collection of talent to me at one.
The greatest collection of nostalgic.
Yeah, that's perfect. Nostalgic talent and artists at one venue probably ever assembled. It's gonna be happening. When's the date?
May 4th.
May 4th. Yep.
Yep. May 4th. May 4th.
May the 4th be with you.
I got a great memory, guys.
May the 4th be with you.
It's my brother's birthday, so
So let me just, for those, again, if you're sleeping on a rock, let me read down the list of artists that's going to be at this venue. Obviously, it's ran by Usher. So Usher, he's going to be performing Confessions. Janet Jackson, Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne's going to be performing the Carter 3, which is hard as fuck. Snoop Dogg, Backstreet Boys. I don't care what y'all say. I want to sing Everybody. And
the Kanye West version?
No, not that one. Absolutely. That was a good one. Gwen Stefani, Nelly Furtado. I don't know why her name's so big. I want to talk about how some of these people got really good agents and really good promoters, because Nelly Furtado's name is bigger than Nas and Ludacris. Is fucking wild to me.
I have a theory.
Oh, let me get through this list and we'll get through that, and then we'll talk about some of these names that are huge, unnecessarily huge. So Nas, Mary J. Blige, Nelly Furtado, I already said. Ludacris, Nelly, Ja Rule and Ashanti, TLC, Sierra, T-Pain, Akon, Neo. MIA's name is big, and we're gonna get to that. I don't know how the fuck her name is so huge. Timberland, Keisha Cole, Brandy, Monica, Eve, Kelly Rowland, Craig David, Sean Paul, Six Black, Jodeci, Jason Derulo, Robin Thicke, 98 Degrees. I don't know where they dug up 98 Degrees.
They had nothing to
do. Tyrese, Method Man, Redman, Rick Ross, Jeezy. I don't know why Jeezy's name is so small. Fat Joe, T.I. I don't know
why Rick Ross is on there.
Name is so small. Mace, E40, SWV.
This is all one day?
Tank, Jaheim, The Dream, Pretty Ricky, Genuine, Mario, JoJo, Maya, Khalees, Lloyd, Drew Hill, Carrie Hilson, Lupe Fiasco, Too Short, Cameron, Twista, Ja Rule, Paul Wall, Trina, Yin Yang Twins, David Banner, Little Flip, Plies, Mims. Where'd they dig up Mims? What was he doing?
I know the Mims was disrespectful.
Mr. Wyatt's hot.
The Mims was disrespectful. He shouldn't be there. He should be there. He should be there.
Mims, Tweet, Next, Lumi
D.
Tweet. Where was Lumi D all this time?
See, now he just was this is all in one day?
All in one day. Nina Sky, Total, 702, John
Damn, RIP.
12, Jay Holiday, Jaquan. I want to listen to Hood Hop. Nah,
you're gonna get a shot.
Nah, man. Okay, so that's the lineup.
And that's sounding very high school.
It sounds like our childhood, and it's gonna happen.
It's high school, all right.
Again, I'm with you. I don't know how they're gonna get this off in one night, one day. I mean, it's gonna be all day, but like literally, if you really fuck with a lot of these artists, you're gonna want to get this to be there early. So you're talking about spending probably, I don't know, I'm guesstimating. You're talking about spending like
11 hours.
11 hours of your day.
At least.
Minimum. Out in the elements, because it's a festival style. There's not going to be seating unless you get VIP. And then, there's cabanas available as well. Yeah. So I want to get to why the fuck MIA's name is bigger. So MIA's, and let me just tell y'all this. MIA, does MIA have more than 2 songs that I'm not aware of? That she has more than 2 songs that I'm not aware of?
Yeah, she got some albums.
She got a following.
I fuck with her. Yeah, she got a good following.
Should her name be bigger than Young Jeezy?
No, but I have a theory.
Please put us on.
So I think this is my theory. Being that this is Usher's event, there are people who are performing for the very first time, and then there are also some people who are coming back. I think he offered the bag to people who haven't been seen in a while, to get new people to come, right? So someone like MIA, who's like new to this festival, he kind of wants them to get some shine. I think he's using this the same way how like Drink Champs, like all these people are trying to give people their flowers. I think it's also giving folks their flowers. These could also be folks who Usher is fans of, kind of like how Tyler does Camp Flog now. He has a whole lineup, but he invites a lot of people that he's huge fans of himself.
Right.
That's my theory.
Did I say Tank?
But Rick Ross don't have to be there.
Okay, so MIA's
and also May said that no one negotiated any type of contractual things with him.
I you know, when I see a list like that, in my mind I'm like, all these niggas did not agree on this.
That's cool, Mace. Go ahead and stay home.
Yeah. I was gonna say it sounds like he overloaded it, not expecting everybody to show up.
Maybe.
That's what
well, I'll fill in the gap.
Lauryn Hill not on here. Anyway,
yeah, go ahead, fill in that gap, Clip.
I'm gonna be real with y'all, man. The teenager in me, the teenager in me, I like Pretty Ricky. I'm gonna lose my voice. Pause. Like, it's gonna be gone. Pause. Like when Lupe Fiasco, if Lupe Fiasco just do the hits, like if he just do the cool, right? If he just do like the first 5 tracks of the cool, I'm straight. He's not gonna do that. He's probably gonna do Kick Push and then probably Superstar and then probably be out, because you know that's how
Daydreaming. Nah, he has a set that is comparable to that.
Yeah.
Someone who's seen him perform many times.
Hip hop saved my life.
Hip hop saved. No. I mean, those are the songs I want him to do. I would want him to have a whole big ass set. I'm just saying, since his name is small, he's probably not going to have a long set.
Probably in and out. Yeah.
Same thing with somebody like Lloyd. I feel like Lloyd has a lot of tracks, but his name is so small. I don't feel like he's going to get the runway to do a lot of his tracks as well.
I think a lot of the small people or small names, small font is probably going to have at least 3-4 songs. Then they out.
Now, what I'm excited about is Lil Wayne doing the Carter 3. I think that's hard. Again,
that's hard as fuck.
Not quite my favorite Carter. I'm still a Carter 1 person.
Carter 2.
Carter 2 was hard. I mean, there's not a bad Carter except the Carter 4.
What about Barter 6?
It's not a bad Carter.
Bro, don't do that.
What did you say, Rell?
He talking about the barter. Don't do that.
There's not a bad Carter besides the 4. So, you know, the fact that he's doing the Carter 3, I think that's tough. I think that's hard.
Well, that means T-Pain's going to be there.
Right? I mean, because T-Pain has 2 songs on the Carter 3, right?
Wait, hold on. Carter 4 ain't that bad.
It's not that great either.
But I'm a Carter 2 guy. Yeah, I've always
like
said Carter 2 is
my
my
shit.
The
Jay-Z thing, they be like, I'm a Blueprint 1 guy. I'm a Blueprint 3. I'm a Blueprint.
Carter 2 is my
Nobody's
shit.
a Blueprint 3 guy.
Nobody's a Blueprint 3 guy. You're right.
Nobody ever said
they got some songs on there, Rell.
I was using it as an example, Rell.
I do know some people who are Carter or Blueprint 3 people.
On the Blueprint 3 though. Don't do that.
But it's just because they're young, and that's the Jay-Z that they know.
Jay-Z fans.
The only Jay-Z that they know. It's sad. It's sad as shit.
444 is their favorite Jay-Z album.
Wow, that's a classic album.
No, but I'm just saying, compared to whole, I'm just saying, like, these are.
Oh, yeah, okay. I get what you're saying. Like that. That's their moment for Jay. Go ahead. My bad. Yeah.
No, you're good. All right. So, you guys have anything else to say about Lovers and Friends?
It looks amazing.
Go on sale tomorrow.
Yeah, tickets go on sale tomorrow.
10 a.m. 126. 10 a.m.
I'm checking for VIP.
If I had something going on, if I didn't have something going on beforehand, I would try. I may still try, but yeah, it definitely looks amazing. I don't know if I would enjoy being outside all day though.
That part. I mean, it's May. It's early May, so it's not gonna be too crazy hot, but it's still gonna be hot.
It's just people. I just don't want to be around people
That's
like
why I
that.
said the VIP option was because
I looked at those VIP prices. Like 5 something.
It's gonna be a little difficult for me because we're expecting around that time, literally maybe like 2 weeks after. So I was trying to
Congratulations.
tell her, like, thank you. I was trying to tell her, I was like, I don't think it's the best idea in the world for you to be around these kind of people when you are like, what if you start early? I was like, you want me to panic around all these fucking people? So, but anyway, whatever.
Hey, man. Well, now you give me a reason to be out there. Coming for the baby shower. And may just stay there until lovers and friends.
All right. So number 4 on the not list. This one I just came up with on the fly right now. It's called Guess This Quote. You guys want to play? This is gonna be quick. Guess the quote.
All right.
So this person is in the midst of a divorce, and they said this in the midst of the divorce. Blank has asked the judge to not enforce their prenup because she did not read it thoroughly.
Jeezy's wife. Jeezy, yeah, I know who that is.
You win, yes.
This the shade room?
No, this is not the shade room. No.
Then why you get messy?
What's the quote? What's the quote exactly?
I just told you. She told the judge, quote, I don't want you to enforce the prenuptial agreement that I signed because, quote, I did not read it thoroughly. Now, whose fault is that?
Too bad. Yeah, moving on. Moving on. Yeah, as the judge should have said, moving on.
I agree.
That sounds like a personal problem.
That definitely sounds like a personal problem to me. All right, second quote, and then we're done with the quote thing. Quote, I got nothing to prove in this league. I'm a max player, and I will continue to be a max player.
DeAndre Ayton. Let's go. 2 for 2. Give me the money.
The Bohemian. He's Bohemian, right?
So there's 2 sides to this. One, there's the human side where it's like, DeAndre Ayton, you are right. You, as a human being, as a person, as a black man, you have made it. You have got your money. You got life-changing money for your family. If you don't make another dime after this final NBA contract,
he can move to Bahamas and buy half the land. He can live by Rihanna.
But also as a person, as an NBA exec, as a person that watches basketball, I hear this from a player who literally that same night after saying that scored 5 points, had 4 rebounds, and had 2 turnovers. You're a piece of shit.
Triple single.
You're a piece of shit. And I won't trade for you because clearly you're not motivated to be. You don't want to be great. You call yourself dominating, and you're just whatever. So
I'll just say this. Ain't nobody was trying to give him that max contract money except the Suns. Wait, no. Who else was?
And they was
who else was doing it?
They didn't want to give it to him.
Who did they bid? Who did they overbid? And who was
Indiana.
the other team that he was? Indiana, yeah.
They didn't want to lose the asset.
Because let me tell you something right now. You should have let Indiana have him. Now Indiana in a better place. Now you helped Indiana. Yeah. Indiana was like, we'll take it and give them all that money. They was ready to have a what's his name, a Roy Hibbert again. They was ready to do that all over again.
Yes.
No disrespect, Roy.
That's cool. It's crazy.
All right, so done with the not list. Let's go ahead and get to the meat and potatoes of this podcast, so we can get up out of here. So obviously, I've saved one of the things we talk about the most on this podcast, which is streaming for for the meat and potatoes of this podcast. So this week it was announced that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson was granted full ownership of the Rock name, and people was like, what does that mean? Didn't he have full ownership? I was like, no. So he was not getting paid for his likeness, his trademarks, everything that you saw with Rock name and memorabilia, he was not getting paid. But
That's why he
starting
changed it to
now,
Dwayne Johnson.
he will now start getting paid for Rock memorabilia. Not only with that, it was announced that he is a board member of the joint venture
TKO.
TKO that owns the WWE and MMA, right?
UFC.
UFC. I want
Yeah.
to say MMA, UFC. Obviously, the bigger news. I mean, I don't want to. My bad. I don't want to talk about that right now, but because Vince McMahon's a wild boy. Anyway.
This is not funny.
This is not funny.
Him
I don't want to
and
make it
Brock.
funny,
But
but
that's
it's
I think it's hilarious.
The bigger news is
not.
All the signs have been there for years, guys.
They have. We'll get to that.
Hey, he denied it. He denied it.
Just ask Stacy Keeler. Anyway.
Trish.
Trish Stratus.
That's why I was like, Stacy Keebler. There's plenty before that.
Anyway.
Ask Mula.
Yo.
So Netflix finally did it. They finally threw their name in the streaming live sports hat. Now they own Monday Night Raw.
Kind of, sort of.
Kind of.
I think it's a partnership more than own. Definitely a partnership.
They own. Well, they own it for 10 years. They
not own.
They not own, but they license and trademark so it can be on their platform.
I'm leasing it. Got it.
$5 billion. You're gonna be able to watch Monday Night Raw on Netflix for the next 10 years, starting in 2020.
Also,
yes,
internationally,
yes,
they are going to be able to stream SmackDown and their premium live events.
They're getting
SmackDown still. Whoa. So SmackDown's not on Peacock anymore. It's not part of.
No, SmackDown's on Fox, and it's going to stay on Fox for America. But America, they're going to move. They're going to move the PLEs for American over there too, and eventually they're going to get the whole. They're going to get the whole catalog once the Peacock contract is up at the end of the year.
Right.
So everything's going to pretty much be over there by the end of the year.
I one of the main reasons I own Peacock is because of the catalog of the WWE. Because every now and then I'll just go and watch a match that I just wanted to.
Or the 2001 and have fun.
When I'm not watching The Office, I will watch some random Kurt Angle versus.
That's what Peacock is good for right now.
Pretty much.
And
before
crime.
we get to the discussion, I want to just talk about all the streamers that own live sports right now, and obviously this is the biggest bag. This is the most recent. So obviously we know Prime Video owns Thursday Night Football. They bought it for $1.2 billion annually. The MLS season pass, which I don't even know what that is, but I know it's soccer. They bought the season pass for $250 million annually. Obviously, we know Sunday Ticket owns YouTube TV bought Sunday Ticket from DirecTV, and they paid $2 billion annually for that. And now Netflix, with their Raw deal, with paying.
A quick correction: they didn't buy it from DirecTV. They contracted with.
No, the contract ended. The contract ended.
The contract ended with DirecTV.
Right, but yeah, it came from DirecTV. All right, so this is a lot of stuff here, a lot of big money moves. So, what do you guys think of Netflix purchase? What do you guys think of Netflix already hinting that prices on the membership and subscriptions are going up again for, I want to say, like, it's got to be like the 6th time in like 3 years. It's got to be something of that sort. Rell, what do you think about this? And do you think it's a great move for the WWE?
I mean, for somebody like me, like, it don't matter where they put it at, like, I'm gonna find it. So it's like, when like, now is the time I really get into it, like with football ended. But overall, like, I'm just curious to see like where it goes. Like, as a company, like as WWE as a company, I'm just curious to see where they take it to the next level, because with this dude, I think his name is Tony Khan. Yeah, the him and Triple H.
Is that the one that comes on the Bill Simmons podcast every now and then?
Yeah. And he's a very smart dude, and he's the reason why like CM Punk is back.
All of this happened. All
Yeah,
of this happened.
and I just wish they would just cut ties with Vince McMahon. Like, I just wish like even though he's
They're about
owned
to.
it.
Can you say the allegations that were recently?
Well, he's been accused of sex trafficking again, more sexual allegations about forcing himself upon another employee, making her have sex with multiple employees, such as John Laurinaitis, who was on TV character for the longest, but he was the head of talent relations. It was a bunch of crooked shit going on in WWE, and for the longest, it was the Wild Wild West. And I be like,
Not to
and I
laugh,
believe
this because this is not a funny matter, but I just hear Vince McMahon saying, "I'm Vince McMahon, damn it!" when I hear allegations and stuff like that.
I know it's like
trying to laugh.
this nigga. He plays. He's the real life character.
He
Like
plays his character way too well. So like when real life mixes in with the character, it unfortunately, whatever. Maybe I'm childish. Whatever.
I just wish we were. I just wish they.
No, you're not childish.
I
He
just wish
divorced.
he
He
would.
divorced his wife on national television to have an
Oh,
affair. I'm just throwing that out there.
he did do that. I finished on this. I just wish they'd be done with him. I'm curious of where everything goes. I just wish they would be done with Vince, because Vince is the only he's the only stain on anything that they do. It's just like Triple H has you can't even find some of the sucker videos now. You got to go to the Peacock. You wouldn't even know who Triple H was. Like back in the day. Compared to how he talks and how he moves now. And I like it. It makes it a more watchable product. It makes me enjoy the product even more. So I just wish Vince would get out the way, but I think it's a good move overall.
With that being said, too, Rell, like the reemergence of old superstars coming back around to the WWE are happening because those relationships with wrestler to wrestler, like him and Shawn Michaels, they have definitely been a part of bringing back their friends to come and do stuff. Obviously, there's a lot of people who don't want to do business with WWE due to Vince, not because of them.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot of people who just don't like Vince because he's a pride. Like, but my bad. Go ahead.
No, you're good, bro.
Keep rocking.
No, I'm just saying, like, just a lot of people don't like Vince. Like a lot of people don't want to fuck with Vince. And so for WWE to even be in this position, for all this shit to come out now when they're already like they got the sale done, like good thing they did what they did, because like this could hurt the business. Like it's like all this crazy shit that this man has done. I just wish that he would just sell his stocks.
Vince McMahon, you're fired.
I mean, the problem is that when to do the whole sale, they needed him to come back, and I think it's kind of telling when Stephanie stepped down, that she wasn't on board with a lot of this stuff, but he had to come back for this. Hopefully this is the last deal that he needs to be a part of. But this isn't really about him. It ain't about him. Eventually they're gonna. He doesn't do anything. All he does is the business stuff. He doesn't do anything when it comes to the wrestling aspect or what the product on TV. Triple H is in total control of that, and Triple H and his team, and they are doing an amazing job with the storytelling, an amazing job with just everything. I would tell people, if you were a wrestling fan or you're a wrestling fan, this is the time to jump back in. They've been doing great shit for the past 3 years. But
yeah, definitely since the pandemic.
Yeah, definitely. And so it's only going to get better. I think what it means for Netflix, it's going to stream internationally. It's going to help them build out, WWE has more than just Raw. So it's going to help with their scripted stuff. It's going to, as much as it's live sports, it is scripted. And they get to build out more story. They can build out more stories, put out more television shows. I think they can, also a chance to spotlight their younger wrestlers, probably create something similar to UFC's what's it called, Ultimate Fighter series, when they build that up, and just so they have an opportunity to do things like that, building out that product for 10 years. Tough
But
Enough.
say
There we
Tough
go.
Enough was good. Yeah, I like Tough Enough.
Tough
I'm glad
Enough
they
doing
canceled it.
something. WWE had something similar to that. They can do that again. They can, they can use it in so many different ways. And then when they, for them to be able to stream internationally all of their things, outside of anything outside of the US it's going to be on Netflix as well. That just increases, globally is what I should say, not international, globally. That just it's a good deal, and it's crazy because it's just Raw, and that's
Raw.
the crazy part about it. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure eventually they'll put NXT on there. Somehow they'll get it. They'll negotiate a deal for NXT, and then I don't know if they want to go fully streaming. But they always, if you ever notice, they've always taken chances with Raw. To go to USA, that was a chance with Raw. To go to Sci-Fi when they went, that was Raw that went there. SmackDown bounced around places, but Raw was the one where they were like,
SmackDown was on UPN, right?
Yeah.
SmackDown's
where it
on
started.
UPN. But Raw switched a couple times too.
It did. That's what I'm saying. Like to take the risk to go to USA, and that's at the time wasn't really considered. It wasn't the prime channels. It was that's cable television.
Cable television.
To take that chance to do that, to do all those things, already they were the first ones to switch to premium live events and streaming events. Now everybody goes through ESPN. It's ESPN Plus. UFC goes through ESPN Plus and then makes it a pay-per-view. But a lot of it, we saw boxing. What's it called? Their PFC. Is it PFC? I forgot what they're called. But they're gonna go to Amazon. That's streaming. DAZN is trying to still own stuff. So it's like a lot of this stuff you're seeing them go there, but it was the WWE that was like first to try it with Raw, and so it's not a surprise that they're using that to create something bigger. I mean, they obviously already had it all on Peacock. They did it all on Peacock, so they've already been in this zone, and they've shown how much money it makes through Peacock already. And so I think that it's a great move.
Giving
and
the whole library to Peacock was insane. Like I was blown away because, like, you think it's just gonna be like the new stuff.
It was impossible to find old stuff.
It was impossible. People were just that was the thing. It was,
people were just putting it on YouTube.
But they literally have every season categorized in order. If you wanted to be
and they
a
still
weirdo
put
like
stuff
me,
on YouTube.
If you wanted to be a weirdo like me and literally just watch starting from the 2000s until like 2003, like you could do that. Just go from Raw to SmackDown, and to whatever pay-per-view that was gonna happen, which was just like you can't do that. All right, so does anybody else? Because I wanted to push this conversation further to something else. So does anybody else have anything else they want to talk about this for?
You're good.
All right, so like we said, so Netflix did this. Do you guys think that do you think they still have a shot to try to get some more live sports? Because this is like their real. They've done other stuff that was adjacent to this, right? Like they did the golfing thing. They did obviously they did their what was the
driving.
The drive was
the F1 series.
F1, they did the F1 series that popularized F1.
The Drive to Survive? No, not Drive to Survive. Something like that. No.
This is
the F1 series.
This is their first test of putting
we lost
Rell. Putting their foot into live sports. Do you think Netflix has a lot of money. Do you think the powder is empty for them to not be able to go for the NBA, probably get like a Thursday night situation, or do you guys think that they're done?
It's complicated, I say, because they look like they're attacking it from an international viewpoint, So I can see them doing something like when the World Cup comes, they start to stream things that way. Like I think they're looking at bigger business avenue nets for them versus just something like um Thursday night basketball games. I think they have like a bigger mindset because then what they are, I don't know if they're still the only one intending to do this, but obviously like Hulu having their basic plan, you still get all the ads, right? But Netflix, they're increasing their thing, but it doesn't seem like they're moving to get ads yet. If they do
I
ads,
think
then
there's
I
an ad tier
guess.
on Netflix. I don't know, but I think
There's an ads tier. There's an
there is an
ads
ad tier.
tier.
I'm about to say that I think there is an
Oh,
ad
I
tier.
mean, I currently have a Netflix account and I don't have
No,
any
yeah.
ads.
Yeah, no,
You
you're
probably have a
good.
good one. Yeah, I think I would say
Yeah,
they talked about
Oh,
it like a year ago. I think I talked about it on the pod that they were gonna come with an ad tier. Yeah,
and
but it's
but
like,
the
yeah.
crazy part for them is I think they're not well established as a sports dominant streaming platform that can give us the sports that we want. Like I don't look at Netflix the same way I look at Prime Video.
I can see them doing something like Wimbledon, like getting like a tennis
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah, the international stuff for
Yeah, I
sure.
could see them doing like tennis. I don't think they're gonna. I think they're gonna be good and see. They're gonna sit and wait and see how this deal does with the WWE. But I can see them doing like Wimbledon. I don't think NBC.
Something that they can have complete control and build out like its own network on. I don't think the NBA or NFL want, or even maybe Major League Baseball would want it, but I don't think any of them would really want to stick to one platform or make you subscribe. Like the NFL can make you do that, but I think it was easy for the NFL to put Thursday Night Football on Prime Video because most people have Prime. Like, and it was like,
And
well,
and Prime was brand new, so they had new money. Like they
mm-hmm,
had new money to
I mean,
approach that
Amazon has more
negotiation.
money than God, so like
mm.
they can just outpay anybody, bro. Like that's just Bezos is out here. Y'all seen pictures of
Hustling.
Bezos' wife walking? Never mind. Anyway, um, nah, but I think this is awesome. Again, I know you guys watch when you Rell and clips. You guys watch more WWE more than I do. Obviously, I don't watch. So, what do you guys think? I wanted to ask Rell this before he left, and it's funny because now he's gone. But what do you guys think about the Rock is hyping up this matchup between him and Roman Reigns for WrestleMania, dog? And I don't know, man. Look, you're not gonna find a bigger Dwayne the Rock Johnson fan than me, but he kind of just too damn big. He don't even look flexible, rocky anymore. Like he all. I don't. I
I,
mean, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I say it's not needed, but I
He went on
think
first take and literally said it can be the biggest WrestleMania of all time.
it could be, and it's literally called
The car,
XL.
because the card
Mm-mm.
in the storyline.
Yeah, and it's a dope storyline, and it would be, but I would just say, yeah, it would be great. I would love to see it. I think I would
You
have
would love
rather
to see
seen
it.
it. I would have rather see it last year when they had it in LA, but it's gonna be in Philly this year. Well, it would have made sense. I think they could have built a story, it being in LA, The Rock being Hollywood, all this, and Roman Reigns having, he calling himself the head of the table and all this. It could have been a nice little clash. He could have been calling The Rock Hollywood. He can still do that with it being in Philly. But what I would say
Oh, that's
is,
where WrestleMania is. It's in Philly.
yes.
Okay,
Uh,
I didn't
I
know.
think, here's what I think. I don't think The Rock has a choice in this one. I think those that
That board
ownership
seat.
group,
That board
yeah,
seat. It was
that
like, hey
ownership group,
man, you want? Yeah, I know you
the
want a board
ownership
seat,
group
but
is saying,
you
Just gotta
gotta
give us one more, bud. Just give us
give
yeah,
one
us
more.
one
I
Give
more,
us
think the
bro.
something.
ownership, I think the ownership group is gonna be like, we want to make this
I didn't even
as
think about that.
big
I should
as
have thought about that. I didn't think
possible.
about
Then it's gonna be, because this is gonna be big. I mean, it's literally called XL. It's literally WrestleMania XL. So
it. Well, it's
they're
XL
gonna
because
do
how long? So you guys would know this more than me. How long have they been
it.
doing WrestleMania for 2 nights? That's like
Oh,
the last
since
4 years, 5
since
years.
Like
yeah, since the pandemic, I think
2017, 2016.
yeah,
Really?
it's been yeah,
Yeah.
It's been going. They've been doing 2 nights of WrestleMania since for that long.
I
Sheesh.
think it really I think
Yeah.
They
'Cause
did it
is-
back then once, but then I think they made it a regular thing since 2020. I think that's when it happened. I think it became
I feel
regular.
like it was. I feel like it was more as Cena passed the torch to Roman, and Roman was more the nigga. Like I think it has been like two since Roman's been at the helm of the shit. To be honest, we'll have to look it up.
And if honestly, if you think about like this is just me thinking as a business model, that's so fucking genius. You get 2 nights.
You get to own the weekend.
2 tickets.
You
You
own
get
the weekend.
2 draws. You get 2 big ass events. You don't gotta rush. You don't have to It's fucking genius. Like that's,
I know people
this
talk
model is
shit
just
about
so
it.
genius. I'm so jealous. It's so genius.
I know people talk shit about it, but they doing something that just nobody's been able to do.
Yeah.
Like it's just like how you
Facts.
can control all this is like and keep this going.
We've never heard
wild.
anything about the WWE struggling for cash, that they're going bankrupt. It's just
No, then I swore we heard.
No,
we had to been kids. No, there was a situation.
Yeah, there was a point in time.
There was a point, okay.
When WCW when it was WCW versus WWE,
okay, that makes sense.
That was there was, and then
because that was when TNT was paying.
It's crazy.
TNT was paying for.
I was gonna say also before they struck this deal, they were losing stock.
Yeah, because because AEW
is a real rival. They were losing stock. That's why they had to make this deal. It was kind of like they had to make the deal.
It's gonna be gangsta in like 3 years when WWE just buys AEW and say y'all go over there.
Bruh.
Anyway, I'm just playing.
Well, it'd be hard for them to do that because purchasing it doesn't ensure that all of those wrestlers are gonna come with it. And they're like a lot of them are like anti WWE. That's why they win over there.
I know. Yeah, I know how that goes.
But with Triple H now at the helm,
it might change.
That's what's getting a lot of them coming back.
Hopefully, we'll see.
But we never thought CM Punk would come back. CM Punk is back. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't even. That nigga should not. They should not have let him walk through the door.
Yeah, no. But they knew the money.
Throw his jersey in the Raptors and be done with it.
They knew. I mean, he don't. I've never been a big CM Punk fan. I don't know what people loved about him. But
I told Rell this. I think the CM Punk era was the era I left. Like when CM Punk was just starting to come on is when I was done with wrestling. I got out of wrestling.
Yeah, I was done before that.
I was like, I don't understand the hype with this dude. Like, but then I wasn't there when he was doing his thing. Like
and then he did the pipe bomb.
I wasn't there for the rise. I was there for when he got there, and I wasn't there for the rise of CM Punk. I was my last things I remember when I was watching wrestling was like Evolution was like Orton, Triple H, and Batista. Like that was like my last recollection of a thing.
And Ric Flair.
Damn, you don't even remember? Were you there when they broke up?
Yes, that was I remember when they broke up. I remember when Triple H and Randy Orton had their little beef. I remember Randy Orton being.
And then Batista and Triple H was having real life, real shit going on too. Oh boy.
That was when I was transitioning out of wrestling. We've gone kind of long, so we're not going to do any NBA topic, which is fine because we don't talk about that. But
I feel like all that NBA topics we had is kind of like now.
Yeah.
The Terry Rozier trade hasn't worked out so far.
Very, very quick. They did Griffin dirty, but it's cool because they hired Doc. Shout out to Doc for he's going to be able to coach 25 straight seasons. No coach besides Greg Popovich has coached longer. Shout out to Doc Rivers.
That's very nice of you, Kev, but nah, nigga.
That's a great way of turning that positively.
I know I turned it positive. You saw what I did, right? I'm really good at that. Like Jessie said, Terry Rozier was down on the Miami Heat. They down to all-star starters. We don't got to do that. Whatever. That's it.
Heads is back in the NBA.
Trisha Thompson is an idiot because he can't. He has to cheat in his personal life, but he also cheats on the court. He got took PEDs.
He's consistent.
All right, y'all.
Consistent cheater. Shout out to Kristen. Shout out to Rell. Wait, thank you guys for listening. We appreciate you guys. Don't forget to like, favorite, subscribe, especially if you made it all the way to the end. We love you. We really fuck with you if you made it all the way to the end of the pod. We shout out to you guys. For clips, for Jessie, Rell's no longer here. For Rell, we're those millennials, and we're out.